Today I want to continue the discussion from yesterday about the plague of blood and specifically about the plagues in general. Like looking at kind of what was God doing here? What was the purpose? Because there's a deeper meaning happening here than I think sometimes we see or understand. So these plagues are all literal. There's nothing symbolic happening here. These things happen. And each plague pointed to a greater meaning than just the event itself. But they really happened. That is very important for us to understand and know and embrace that God is a God of miracles and God is working through this. So these plagues had a strategy. And each plague confronts a different Egyptian deity. That's important because the Egyptians were polytheistic. So they had, the sun god, Ra, probably, one of their more famous ones. But they had all of these different gods that they worshiped, and they all represented different parts of nature and different things. And naturally, they're all just false idols. And so what God is going to do in the plagues is not only is going to bring Egypt to its knees, not only is he going to judge Pharaoh and the whole nation, he is taking shot after shot at their gods. That is very interesting to me because it goes back to Pharaoh's original question when he says, who is God that I should obey him? Who is this God you're talking about that I should let the Israelites go? They're all lazy, go back to work. So God is addressing that. Oh, you don't know who I am? Watch this. I'm going to take all of your false gods and I'm going to smack them right in the face. Right? He breaks them down one by one. So this first plague is directed against the Egyptian river deities. So the Nile itself was virtually worshipped as a god by the Egyptians. So these plagues are described by the Hebrew, and all of them come across as a meaning of striking a blow. So he is striking a blow against the Egyptians. He is striking a blow against their gods. And specifically, the main god of the Nile, the guardian of the Nile, was a god named Khnum. And so he was considered the guardian of the Nile. And what God is showing here is your false god can't protect anything. He can't protect the Nile. Now, the god Hapi was the spirit of the Nile. He's brought down by this plague. Even Osiris, who was one of the more famous Egyptian gods, false gods, was thought to have the Nile as his bloodstream. And so in this plague, he really did bleed. So what God's doing is taking shots at all these different ones. As we go through them, we'll talk about the Egyptian deity that God is striking this blow against and showing the Egyptians that your faith is nothing. Your gods are nothing. It's all false, and I am the Lord God. So this is the first of the blows. Now there's 9 more to go, and we'll cover those as we go along. See you later.